And so, the thing with this vid right here and you viewing it is that you're not trying to be arrogant. You're not being cocky, and you're not even really being modest. It's something that is clearly seen, when you're someone who has a more productive and different way of going about, a task that needs to get done. Or perhaps there's a situation that, you got to get done. But you're going to see that it's going to intrigue, the many different people that come into your life, depending on, if you got to change environments and stuff like that. And you may notice like the same pattern, or, you may notice some of the same things that kind of happen the same way, but just with different people. Or it could be a different way, but like with the same technique. And this is kind of the stuff we're talking about. The top dogs are spied and watched. And it's not something that needs to be, this whole paranoia thing. No. It's just something that you're going to come to the realization, and something you're just going to have to accept. Some of us are just capable of doing more, or doing things differently, or just seeing things a different way, compared to other people, just depending on the way you grew up and just little things you had to go through. But you're going to get older, and these are things you're not going to have to explain to people, and you're going to come across many different variety of people, But in situations like this, you're the one who can understand what I'm saying here. When I say you're standing out a little more, there's things that you are the top dog. If for some reason you're the one who's having, little things or specific ways things need to come your way, and you're gonna see this in different environments as well. And when you can, put this all together, it's gonna have to be that thing where you're just gonna have to accept it, and you're just gonna have to move on, and you're just gonna have to continue to worry about the things that you need to take care of, and and once you reach that point, you're not gonna care about anyone or any tactic, if need be, if this is something that you're going through, because a lot of people finally learn how to step over that part, the part where you're still allowing little things to affect the way you feel, or little things that you feel like you need to kind of respond to that, and you don't, because you can see that it's a pattern. Top dog, what does that mean? Well, what you're doing, you're actually better. And like I said before, this doesn't go back to the whole, but you got to be modest. You have to show that you really are about it. You really are the top dog in what you're doing, in the environment you're in. And especially when it reaches a point where it might get to a point where you are watched and plotted on to make it seem like that's not the case. And then this is when you need to step in and show no, that, if need be, it kind of depends on what situation you're going through, But what it means when you're a top dog is, well, you're not even trying to be who you are. Like, that's who you are. And if need be, because for the most part, you're just a modest person. You're not a cocky person. But if you needed to be cocky, you could, actually. If when you're a top dog, you are someone who can be in this position, yes, you are not a cocky person. You're a modest person. If even that, you are a humble person, actually. But if need be, if you needed to talk shit, that's when you're a top dog, when you can too, and you haven't even done so yet, so it's on, this is when we get into things like choices, but you will notice that, you may be watched, you may have people spying, but this is something that if you understand that you are a top dog, and what that means, it has nothing to do with what people think it does, it's about how much you can really affect people to naturally even have something like this even going on, And a lot of you who are watching this know that. You can see where someone who says this is coming from, you know, because you've experienced it before. And sometimes you'll even try to tell yourself, I didn't even try to be this. I didn't even try to be in a situation like, you know, gaining, like getting attention, but that's not what you even cared about when you're doing what you're doing. When you were trying to take, you just knew that sometimes that would be something that may come with it. But the matter of the fact is, when you're a top dog, you actually have bragging rights, and there are some things that you could say if you wanted to, but the thing is that you care so much about your peace. You care so much about what you're doing and you know, all the different challenges you know you're gonna have to climb over in order for you to get this done. You don't want that to be dismantled. You don't want that to be disrupted. And this is what makes you a top dog, because you can hold your ground. You cannot allow emotions and allow others' perspectives of you to kind of take you off what you need to do. And you know when and when not to pick and choose, and when to engage, or you know, when not to engage in that, you know. So when you're able to do that, and you're able to have a variety of ways of knowing when to step in and step out, you're a top dog, you know. And this is gonna get you watched a little more. Is gonna have people wondering, well, what's coming next? And that's you know, that's something that you don't even worry about, especially if you're just trying to take care of what you got to do. But this is something that you can also see as well. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's when you know that you're a top dog, you know, and that you're gonna be getting spied. You may be getting watched, and you know, that's something that you have to expect. You know, especially when you know that there are challenges that are coming. And these are challenges that are not going to be easy. And these are challenges that you already accepted. And you're going to go for these challenges. And you know that, you know, things you're going to have to still continue to learn from, you know. And when you're someone who's in this perspective and you know that there's much more learning that you got to do, that's what allows you to kind of pick and choose, you know, what other things that are going to come along with that, you know, things that are going to want to attach, things that will agree, things that will disagree, you know. It's kind of like that. So, but yeah, when, you know, it's going to have to be an acceptance type thing, is, you know, because you already learned it. But sometimes you try to tell yourself, well, this isn't really what it is. This isn't really what you tried to do. This isn't, but it's something that you're going to have to accept. And not only that, you're going to have to embrace being a top dog. You know, you're gonna have to embrace it. You're gonna have to embrace the confusion that comes with it. You're gonna have to embrace you know, understanding that people aren't gonna know where you're coming from right off the bat, you know. And this is all just kind of the beginning stages of all this stuff, you know. But yeah, this is how you're gonna know that you're a top dog. You know, you're gonna see the environment changing around you, and you know, and don't get into you know, into the space where you think everything is happening to you. Don't get arrogant, don't get cocky, because that's not what it is, and that's not who you are. But in these situations that you can see, that allows you to kind of, you know, especially agree and comprehend with what's being said. You around the lines of that. You know, you are someone that's changing the environment, you know. And it's more so easy to see this, especially if you're someone who's moving around a lot. That's going to confirm it. That's going to confirm it, you know. So it has a lot to do with experience too, you know. But eventually, you're going to start to see the clear signs that you're a top dog, and you're going to see the things that come with it. And it's not going to be easy, you know, accepting that this is who you are. You are, you know. So yeah, take that. And you know, see it for the way that you're living right now. And thanks for watching.